Welcome to It's Going Up versus mirfs. And two washed granddads facing off against each other. Are they gonna do warm-up? Oh, they are. Perfect time to eat some toast. That means we're going to be seeing protects and bans now. I feel like the protects from Amaze at least, they're pretty obvious. Amaze is just going to protect speed. Mirfs might protect some of the gimmickier maps like DT4 though. For bans, there's no way Mirfs isn't banning speed. He kind of just auto loses on it. Amaze might ban into alt or aim. Really, it depends how de-rusted both these players are, because both of these players could, like, theoretically make it to grand finals if they were de-rusted fully. Mirfs batting second. And Amaze picking second. Already off to a good start. There hasn't been a 20-minute delay. Okay, getting into the band now. No Mod 1 getting banned from MA. Maybe going for a safer ban, because he can definitely play No Mod 1. Mirfs is just an aim player. Mirfs just insta-banning Hidden 2 No Mod 6. Interesting. Maybe just feeling more comfortable on tapping, I guess.
Pape walls.
And Amaze banning DT4. If you compare their scores on DT4, that ban also makes sense. Amaze kind of got gapped on DT4 by Mirfs. Hello, Hasapi. Hey, Walls. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Reading bans into Amaze is interesting. Maybe Mirfs just really locked in the tapping today. No Mod 2? Is that the pick? Yep. Blend is. You've probably played the map before. I don't really think it needs an introduction. Oh, Maze has 0 tapping warm-up apparently. Maybe Mirfs has the reads today. But yeah, raw tapping. The flime's like annoying if you've mind blocked it, but it's not too bad. As long as you can tap the map. And Mirfs immediately finding the first miss, but that's okay. That part's annoying to hit if you've mind blocked it, which I have. Although that does mean that Amaze will have this slight advantage, especially with the ACK. There goes the ACK, I guess. We're gonna have to wait and see if he can keep holding stamina into the second half of the map. Yeah, and there goes Amaze. Struggling with the tapping. This is looking like a good first pick from Mirfs already. Or he might be warming up Amaze for the speed, you know? Okay, mirfs still holding through that first PI. Finding the note lock on that more spaced pattern, but it's traded by Amaze, which favors mirfs quite a bit. Already got double Amaze's score. Of course, we only have half a map left, but a lot could change. Although Amaze is going to need mirfs to start finding some chain misses. Another miss from Amaze. This pick's already looking pretty in the bag. Well, this is the kind of map that's very easy to collapse on if you just noob you're tapping out. Mirfs hitting the more space streams towards the ending. He's missing on them. I think that's cemented this first point for mirfs. Amaze's tapping is looking a lot better in the second half, you know. It's just been finding some pretty silly misaims. A miss from mirfs, but I don't think it really matters at this point, unless he decides to ult F4. Bit of a shake coming out from mirfs. Yeah, good first pick from mirfs. 400k to 280k. But now Amaze has her chance to pick, and Amaze just insta-picks Hidden Free, no hesitation. Hidden Free is, I guess, an alt map. I don't remember what AR it is, but alt flow specifically, you've got to be able to play Hidden Flame to play it. AR 9.5, yeah. I don't know, man. When I played it, I thought the alt was the hard part. Is this meant to be like some no mod 4? Then again, I didn't play this map through. I just missed on the first pattern and stopped. This is meant to be the no mod 4, but they decided to put it in the hidden pool instead. So it's probably got some quirky sliders, I guess. Yeah, mirfs already finding some misses. But Amaze does find another miss on that lowy part. So mirfs does have a slight combo lead. And this map's really short, relatively speaking, because we're already like nearly halfway through it. Hey man, the hardest part is the flying, which makes this an alt map. And if you're struggling to tap it, then maybe you just suck. That means it's alt. Yeah, Amaze finding more misses. mirfs is starting to build up more of an unassailable lead. Yeah, Amaze just missing on the aim. Amaze's aim is looking a little bit quirky right now. And the speed can have alt sections in it. I'm sure if you're someone like Yuvaxu, it probably feels like alt. Now mirfs has a 100k lead, but Amaze does have a very minimal combo advantage. Okay, quite significant now. Amaze is starting to make the comeback. He's holding through this harder flow-aim section with some jumps in there. But he does find a miss. I think there was a misread on one of the doubles. That means mirfs has probably secured this point. A solid break point for mirfs. A pretty close map, though. And now mirfs gets his own pick. Already in the driving seat for the match. Where different slider velocities isn't polyrhythm. Polyrhythms when the map has a 1/3. Yeah, it's principles. So, what is mirfs going to pick? DT1? I mean, yeah, if Amaze is complaining about aim, then you probably just want to pick into aim. DT1's like 250 BPM. It's got some like quirky patterns for a DT1 in there. The start has like a weird ult pattern, but nothing that should trip either of these players up. Probably more focus on the slightly awkward higher BPM aim on this, and it has some bursts, so if you can't tap, I guess you can't play this map. But overall, I don't think this map's too bad. Oh, and there are some kick sliders which are really fun, but they're also not too bad. As long as you're comfortable on this sort of AR 10.2, 250 tapping, it shouldn't be too bad. Immediately start off with both players finding an early drop. Oh, Amaze does miss on that ult pattern though. The only one on the map. You know, mirfs holding strong with 4% hack advantage over Amaze. Definitely looking a lot more comfortable playing the aim, considering Amaze looks like he's developed Parkinson's. But mirfs does find the miss, so Amaze does have a bit of combo advantage to build up. The thing is, Amaze is probably going to have to hold for quite a bit, because I don't see mirfs dropping. Especially considering he picked this. But the score lead should start to flip. But Amaze finds a random miss on that slider. Interesting. mirfs does trade it afterwards, but these players are really just missing on Finir right now. But mirfs finding another miss, that should secure Amaze to start getting the point advantage. But he does not hold on the slider again. Both players kind of not having a good time anymore. We get into the hard part of the map. Are we going to see either player hold a combo? No. Neither of them had a lot of fun on that diff spike. Of course, it's still incredibly close, and Amaze is holding longer than mirfs, and every time I say that, he misses. Both players looking incredibly shaky. But yeah, mirfs now with a slight... Never mind, he does not have a slight combo lead. Neither does Amaze. And an incredibly close 367, 380k to 350k. Yeah, maybe I cursed both of these players really hard. Maze actually held more combo, but still lost. Yeah, these Parkinson's players just shaking off everything. Amaze insta-picks no mod 4. Now this is the Polyrhythm alt tech map. Legit though. Who let these guys out of a retirement village? I'm pretty sure both of them are playing worse than their last match, so I don't know how much either of them have warmed up. Murph's not feeling good about this one. This is... I still think it's the hardest map in the pool by far. Like, this map is evil. There's some 1/3s in here, a bunch of quirky sliders, some really fun 188 BPM flow aim. No mod 6 isn't hard to read though, it's just AR6. As we get started, will either player hit the intro? Neither of them will hit the intro. But mirfs is going to come out of it with a combo advantage. This is probably the best part to hold. So the start of this map is by far easier than the ending. So this could be where the match is just decided on this map. And he's finding another miss on that bottom left slider. That is rough. You know, mirfs is starting to put some combo together. But he does find a random miss right into the more free combo of the map. So Maze now has about 120 combo over mirfs. But he does find a miss on that kick slider. So once again, mirfs has combo advantage. But this is where the map starts to really pick up. This is where you've got that really annoying kick slider section. I don't know if either player is going to hit it. It's really hard. But if mirfs hits it, he should be pretty good. But yeah. Yeah, both players not having a good time on the slider jump section. They get to see each other's scores and they see just how close it is. With a reset, the second half is going to matter a lot. This is where you get some more aim control. The sliders become a bit more quirky. And Amaze does have the lead now with a break from mirfs. The score lead is about to flip, but he finds a break on another random slider. mirfs does find a miss right after, so Amaze still has a very marginal combo lead. But he's gonna need it for everything it's worth, and he misses for aim control. mirfs trades it right after. Yeah, this part of the map is like by far the hardest part. mirfs misses on the slow slider. That could be huge. But these buzz sliders are really troll. And yep, they miss on more of the old parts. Both of them. There's 4k score in this though. And mirfs finds another break. That's going to finally give Amaze the lead. For the first time in this match. But they keep trading misses. mirfs is back in the lead by a very slim amount. But I think that might just be it. still only 3,000 points in it. What? 395 points. mirfs barely wins. Both players just really struggling with the entire map. It actually came down to the final circle. Of course, that's also the hardest map out of the way. And mirfs does not know what to pick. Now, it's a pretty good spot for him anyways. He just needs a one map to get a guaranteed TB. And given the way Amaze has been playing AIM, he'd probably be favored on the TB. Hard Rock free. Oh. Go get some popcorn. This is a 5-minute ult map. Maybe make a sandwich while you wait. Put the coffee on as well. $130 BPM Hard Rock ult. Now, unfortunately, I have not played this map, so I don't actually know what it's like, but I'm assuming it has snap ult, considering the BPM. Yeah, go kick a Wagyu steak while you wait. This time, I'll keep commentator cursing them, I guess. Amaze has immediately missed, unfortunately. The immediate corner jumps catching him out. Of course, this map is like 5 minutes, so it doesn't really matter that he missed on the second circle. Of course, the ACK kind of does matter. It looks like Amaze just like either has not practiced this map, or he really sucks at it. I'm more inclined to believe the first one. mirfs does have a major ACK advantage, right now at least. And also has... Never mind, he misses the bottom right corner. Both these players are struggling to reach the corners of their tablets. Okay, Amaze is starting to put something together. But mirfs is hot on his heels. This map might come down more to nerve control, given both these players have been looking pretty shaky. And ult is very hard to play when you're nervous compared to everything else, in my opinion. Okay, Amaze does find the miss finally on that slider. And really, mirfs' ACK kept him in the lead despite having less combo, but now he should start to run away with it a little bit, as long as he holds. Okay, mirfs finally finds a break, but Amaze is going to have to hold for a while if he wants to make any sort of comeback. Luckily, he does have 2 minutes and 30 seconds of a map still. probably also help if mirfs started dropping ag or missing a lot more often. Really, the start of this map where Maze dropped down to like 80% X, kind of biting him right now in the back. But mirfs is starting to find more consistent misses, and the score gap's very quickly decreasing. There's 10k points in it for mirfs, but Amaze finally finds a miss, having built up such a large combo. We're coming into about a quarter left. And Amaze has combo lead once again. Never mind. Maybe these people are just extra susceptible to commentator curses. Hopefully there's still more map left. mirfs is going to need to hold if he wants to maintain this lead. There's only about 10,000 points in his favor still. Because he only has 40 combo more than Amaze. It's really just the Ack again that's expanding that lead. But yeah, Amaze is looking a little bit nervous, and he finds the miss, and I think that means mirfs wins this pick. And yeah, 300k versus 340k. And that means mirfs is guaranteed TB, and Amaze has to win every pick from now on to get to that TB minimum. Okay, Amaze is going into speed now. Now, given his performance on No More 2, hopefully he's warmed up enough to play DT2. Because I would have thought DT2, DT3 are like the maps he would just demolish mirfs on. Of course, the way both their aims have been looking, either of them could just find a miss in the intro. At which point the map's probably decided, unless one of them decides to FC the hard part at the end. But yeah, DT2 is like, if you're a speed player that can't play anything except tapping, this map is for you. There's no other mechanic aside from tapping. Maybe if you really suck, then you'd consider the Flowime hard. Okay, mirfs has immediately found a miss on the aim. Why did they put jumps in the speed map? And now we get into the filler. And the mirfs found another miss. So as long as Amaze holds until like the 100 note death stream, he should be good. He already has 300 combo over mirfs. There's not really anywhere to miss on this filler. Oh, maybe this is an alt map if you think about it. Look at all those low alt patterns. They see the scores, and Amaze sees he has a pretty comfortable lead, all things considered. Whether that'll make him nervous or not, we'll have to see. And now we get to the death streams. Both these players are kind of shredding. Both of them look very comfortable on this. I didn't know mirfs could tap this good. I always assume aim players suck at tapping. But mirfs does finally run out of juice on the end, whereas Amaze just FC's the map. Good job, Amaze. 1 million for Amaze, for FC, farming in ONZO. And that is, I believe, his first point on the board. Of course, there's still no mod 3, which is alt. Hard Rock 2, which is quirky. And then the rest of the maps should be kind of raw mechanics. So we'll have to see what mirfs picks into. I imagine you'd go for maybe no mod 3. Although Hard Rock 1 could also work as a pick. Hidden 1. I guess Hidden 1 works too, but like, go all in on a Hard Rock 1. And with the way Amaze's aim has been looking. Hidden 1. Hidden 1 is like an easier Hard Rock 1. It's okay, Hisapi. Amaze does not feel confident about this map. It's one of his shorter maps, only 2 minutes 30. 180 BPM AR10. Has some flow aim. But I don't think any of these players would be tripped up by that. It's just like little high spacing jumps that are kind of awkward. And immediately mirfs has 50% ag. That's okay though. And both players have immediately missed on the first key eye. Okay, and Maze does find a miss on that square. So mirfs is now in the lead, assuming he holds. Yup. mirfs getting a pretty significant combo advantage now. But drops a bit of ACK on the stream. The ACK's kind of keeping Amaze in it right now. But if mirfs doesn't break soon, then yeah, the lead's flipped over to him. Another miss from Amaze. Not very comfortable on the aim. mirfs does trade it though. Although the way this is shaping up, Amaze is going to have to hit the hardest part of the map. And I don't know if he has that dog in him anymore. But mirfs finds another miss. Amaze in the lead now. This could come down to the ending. Both players see each other's scores. Okay, Amaze loses his ACK lead. But he's still holding. But he finds a miss there. mirfs is gonna have to break pretty soon. The score lead, 5k and decreasing. But he does find the miss. And now it looks like if mirfs hits the ending and Amaze doesn't, it could just be enough. But they both miss. They trade. Get into the ending. There's only 7k in it. Okay, that miss from mirfs secures Amaze's win, I think. Yep. Amaze with a 5k point win. Every map has been like extremely close. How many times has there been like a 5k score difference? Like, this looks like Amaze has just been getting stomped. But I swear, half the picks have been decided by 5k or less. Okay, Amaze picks no mod 5 instantly. This is probably the most mechanics speed map in the pool. Because even if you can tap, you have to do flowing too. Oh. Okay, a pretty early act drop from Amaze. And mirfs is looking pretty comfortable on this as well. And Amaze's aim is kind of making me nervous. Okay, the act's kind of evened out now. Both players still holding. About halfway through. Both of them starting to shake quite a bit though. Halfway through, they're both still FCing. There goes the act for both players. This could come down to the double FC. mirfs goes below Amaze and act finally though. mirfs is looking extremely nervous. There's a quarter of the map left and both players are still FCing. Any break could decide the match. Right here. Amaze does have a 1% act lead though. He can probably afford like a break towards the very, very end. Both players still holding. Are we going to see a double FC? Okay, mirf shakes off the entire ending burst. But Amaze does FC the second speed map of the match. 900k versus 800k. Extremely close again. mirf's nerves just got the better of him on the ending. But even if he did FC, Amaze had better act. And that means mirfs gets his last pick of the match. Probably gonna want to make this one count. Now, there's a bit that you could go for if you're mirfs. Again, try and lean into the aim. Hard rock 1. Pick for ult on no mod 3. I don't think either of these players want to play hard rock 2. You probably don't want to go into crystallized either if you're mirfs, given the way speed's been going. Also just... okay. Hard rock 1. Yeah, I don't know how Amaze is going to be feeling about this with his aim. This is a more aim control-y hard rock one, rather than just like no mode 1, but the circles are smaller. There's some mildly awkward patterns in this, especially in the corners. Okay, we get into hard rock 1. Both players struggling with the incredibly hard poly rhythm at the start. I respect it. Okay, Maze immediately misses. Okay, second miss from a Maze. This is already not looking very good for him. Well, you know, if you... I don't even know, like, what those are mapped to. I don't know the notation. I'm a music purist. I don't use silly things like 1/3. Anyways. The act's very similar. And this map's decently long, so when mirfs misses like that, Amaze does have a chance, but he needs to hold through these key eyes. Another miss from mirfs. Oh. Amaze shakes off the aim. He got within 3k. But he just keeps finding these random misses on some of the easier filler. Yeah, well, if you think about it, 1/2 and 1 whole, they're just fractions. Music is just maths. And that means everything's polyrhythm. I hope that helps. Anyways, this is still very close. mirfs does have like about 70 combo ahead of the Maze as we get into the second key eye. Yeah, but both of them miss on the pattern that goes in the corner. We've got a reset here. That probably favors mirfs ever so slightly. Okay, mirfs does find that random miss. Now Amaze has some room, but he has to, you know, be able to tap. Who put tapping in my hard rock 1? Okay, he holds through it. mirfs does have a bit of an act lead, which is probably helping him out a lot here. But 200 combo for Amaze. He's gonna have to hold through this ending though. The score lead flips over, but he finds a miss. He shakes off one of the sliders. And the score lead immediately flips back to mirfs. And this ending isn't too rough. mirfs holding through it. That could just be it. Yeah, that last miss from Amaze, I think, has secured this point for mirfs. Yeah, good job, mirfs, for winning what was ultimately an incredibly close match. How many maps came down to like 5, even 30k point differences? But yeah, mirfs wins, and that means, I believe, he should be facing Bob, right? And that means Amaze is eliminated as well, which is interesting. Very early elimination. But I mean, I'd be saying the same if it was mirfs. It kind of rough both these players had to face off now. And let's see, when is our next match? Our next match is at 5 PM between Freylord and P for the winners bracket. That match should be really interesting. So Come back in 40 minutes, I guess. Thanks for watching.